War talk is heating up again between India and Pakistan. The dark clouds are gathering over South Asia. After the 22nd of April terror attack in Pahalgam, India and Pakistan are once again on the brink, with war drums beating louder from across the border. But here's the real question. Can Pakistan actually afford a war right now? Because Islamabad's biggest enemy right now isn't across the border, it's their own economy. India and Pakistan are closer to military escalation than they've ever been in years, and it shows. Just days ago, Pakistan test-fired long-range missiles towards India. But while the saber rattling gets louder, Pakistan's wallet is running dangerously thin. Global rating agency Moody's has issued a blunt warning. Any escalation with India will weigh heavily on Pakistan's already fragile economy. And frankly, the data backs it up. Let's talk numbers. India's economy in 2024 is worth over $4.2 trillion. Pakistan's just $374 billion. That's almost 9 times smaller than India. While India's per capita income has jumped to $2,711, Pakistan's has inched to only $1,581 over the last decade. Inflation? Pakistan is at a crushing 23.4%, while India holds steady at just 4.7%. And yet, Pakistan is now planning to increase its defense budget by 18%. That's right. According to reports, the government has greenlit a proposal to spend over 2.5 trillion Pakistani rupees on defense, despite being buried under IMF loans. In fact, they're currently back at IMF's door, asking for another $6 to $8 billion as bailout. This isn't new. It's the 24th time Pakistan has turned to the IMF. Just last year, it secured a $7 billion loan from the global lender simply to keep its economy afloat. So the question is, how does a country that can't pay for flour, chicken, or rice plan to fund a military escalation? Where is this money going to come from? Because let's face it, wars cost money, lots of it. And history shows that military conflict only worsens economic pain. Viewers, also to bring to your attention, the wars for Islamabad doesn't end here. Pakistan's aviation industry, which is already bleeding, is now at a risk of further collapse. In retaliation to Indian airspace restrictions, European airlines like Lufthansa and British Airways are rerouting flights to avoid Pakistan altogether. In other words, it is a massive loss in overflight fees for Pakistan. The same overflight fees that brought in close to $300,000 per day after the Balakot strike in 2019. Let's not forget, Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves barely touch $15 billion. India's forex are at $688 billion. That's nearly 45 times higher. Military aid from Gulf countries and the US once fueled Pakistan's early growth. But today, the donor fatigue is real, and the global economy isn't too generous to defaulters. And still, amid this economic spiral, Islamabad insists on flexing muscle. So here's the paradox. Pakistan's leadership, or for that matter, Pak Army Chief Munir, is talking war, while the nation itself is fighting for economic survival. With inflation soaring, loans mounting, and trade collapsing, can Pakistan or Munir afford the cost of conflict? Because when your economy is on life support, war doesn't just cost lives, it could cost your future. Your, meaning Munir's future. Keep watching India Today Global.